And hello everyone, welcome to another video where I do some drawing. This is Peter, and today I'm not drawing in my drawing book like I often do, but I'm going to draw on a piece of Canson Pro Layout marker paper. But first, I went online and I found some graph paper to help me sketch it out and plan it out first. This isn't normal graph paper though, as you can see. It's actually called polar graph paper, and it consists of a bunch of circles and lines radiating from a central point. If you want some of this for yourself, what I did was I went to Google and I searched for printable polar graph paper, and there will be a few sites there. Either you can go to them and you can kind of select a bunch of different options for lines at different intervals and angles and stuff like that. There's all sorts of weird options, and it's kind of overwhelming at first. It took me a long time to figure out what I wanted, and I don't know, that probably took just a couple hours of my time right there, but it's totally worth it. I think I might have actually just ended up going with something I found on Google Images instead of one of the customizable things that I found. But anyway, so the first thing I did for this kind of architectural mandala that you see me drawing here was I made a little template of sorts. I just drew it right onto the graph paper, and then since this marker paper is thin, I was able to kind of trace it through the paper and kind of move it around in chunks, kind of trace it around. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you saw what I did there. You might have to go back and watch it again if you didn't catch it, but I don't know. Anyways, so then after I had drawn in the basic shapes with pencil, I went back and inked it in with my Pigmamicron pens, and then I've pretty much what took most of the time is I went in and just added all these shapes and textures with all the bricks and shingles on the roof there and stuff. I just put on some nice music, sat back and relaxed. I think this drawing overall took me about 13 hours for just the drawing. It was a good time. For that central section there, the floor in the middle, I also printed out like another weird, like bulgy, I don't know, it's kind of an optical illusion, like a bulgy grid square thing. I don't know, I wouldn't have been able to do that by myself, trust me. Now, as I went, I kind of did some stippling. I don't know if it's called pointillism or stippling. I did stippling, which is just pretty much just a bunch of dots, which you use for shading. I did a lot of that in this drawing, and I don't know, I'm not a professional, so I kind of learned as I went. So some areas of my stippling are better than others, and it was exciting. It was fun to see progress as I went, and it's fun to learn new things like that as you go. So if you want to learn to do stippling, I'm not going to make any videos showing how to do it just because there are so many videos already showing how to do it on YouTube. I haven't really watched any of them. I saw a couple things in a couple art books once, and since then I've just tried doing it a bunch myself. I think the best way to learn how to do something is to just try to do it yourself, just mess around and practice it a lot. Alright, so as you can see here, I just keep on going on, and I'm adding lots of details just to flesh it out now after I added the basic shapes. It's kind of like, I think this was kind of inspired. You might have seen those photos people post. They take like 360-degree panorama photos of stuff around them, and they use Photoshop to turn it into like it looks like a tiny planet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I probably sound totally insane, but if you do know what I'm talking about, those tiny planets, this kind of looks like that, if you know what I'm talking about. Whatever. And then out here, just to kind of fill in the rest of the page, I did this cool stippling exercise. There's a lot of dots here. I'd never really done this much stippling before, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I just put on the classic rock station on Pandora and jammed out. All right, so that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.